Starting to record now. Right, good.
Have you recorded yet? Don't tell that poor Donaldson such an arse. Sorry, mate, sorry.
Oh, here he is! Oh,
Oh, he's a monster. Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with another Carlisle Cult Cinemacast, and I'm joined with film treasures and treasured films guys, Graeme Lloyd, the boss, and Tom Lee Rutter, his whipping boy.
yeah, everyone's whipping boy.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
I'm all right, and how are you, gentlemen, today? It's very fine Friday.
Yes, it is. It's fine, and the hay fever's killing us both.
The hay fever's flowing. My eyes are bulging.
Yeah.
Something I don't bother with, so I'm all right there with the old hay fever.
Yeah.
That's what I bothered with. So how's things going? Let's start with treasured films. How's things going that way at the moment?
Very, very busy. We're very busy. We're not getting much money, but we're fine. We're just like any fledgling business. We're dependent on cash flow and sales, and the Last Hunters sold generally very well. And thanks to Amazon, who only pay once every 3 months. That's great. Thanks, lads. I don't know whether you need to edit that out, but yeah, these are the things we're finding out. We're getting money on a monthly basis from the likes of HMV, but yeah, apparently Amazon pay once a quarter. Who also happen to have sold the most retail units, so that's fine. That's fine. We can wait. Doesn't matter. We've got enough bread and water here to last us. That's the only thing. Joking aside, we're reliant on cash sales to inject into the subsequent releases. So, that's the only frustration. But generally, the Last Hunter's done very well, and we're still proud of it, aren't we? Because it's a cracking release. Yeah.
Oh, it is a fantastic release. I had seen it in the local HMV when it popped in, so I had to get they took a photo of us.
Yeah, we saw that. Looks great, mate.
Their HMV local page, and then I give it a decent review in the local rag as well, in the News and Star for you. Just like 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
We saw it. Thanks for that. It was full of mistakes. It was no, I'm only joking. No.
That was my fault, but I recorrected them before I sent it.
And we saw that you even put the link to buy it, Strange Voice.
Yeah, we're also credited as Arrow.
Oh man, that thing when he done a big and he just calls different names and all sorts, man.
Oh, I'll tell you what, though, we were really impressed to read that you were a good friend of Antonio Margarita. I mean, we couldn't.
Yeah, why didn't you tell us?
Yes,
well,
yeah.
You know what I mean? We could have got an interview with you.
All I'd said to them was that I was friends with the lad whose company released the film. That was it. When the phone was up,
yeah,
and it's like, what? Because obviously that was all to do with my copy of GBH getting used for the Severin release.
Yeah.
And they'd only found that off my Facebook page. They'd seen that I'd posted about it.
Yeah.
We can make a news piece out of this.
And
I just like anything to publicise the club.
I tell you what, I said to Tom, that Paul knows everyone underneath me. I don't know whether he's using a Ouija board or a medium or what, but we need to get in contact with Antonio. Perhaps we could do a new audio commentary.
We'll hold a seance later.
Yeah.
It was in print. You're just like, honest to God, folk are going to think I'm a prick.
No. Well, not more so. No.
Well, we all did that, you know. But, yeah, it was just, honest to God, silly. But it was just a nice little bit of push for the film as well for you guys. So.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
it was good.
mate.
It was nice to see. Thank you.
Everything else Tesco says, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. Me looking very Spielberg, as they said in.
Yeah. How's Jurassic Park 4 coming along? All in 5, 6.
It's 8 now, isn't
it? 8. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? I've lost count. You know,
You strike me more as a carnivore man, anyway.
Yeah. Them as well, carnivore movies. It's just because I've gone to take them to wear the hats because my hair's just gone grey.
Yeah.
Well, it suits some, mate. It don't look too bad on you.
Yeah.
I just decided to wear hats again.
No, tis the season, mate.
That's it. Keep the sun off my head when I'm flying around in my wheelchair, being a menace. Menace to it. It only goes 4 miles an hour, but it's all right. So you've got Satan's Little Helper coming out next.
Yeah, that's being replicated, and that should be in HQ within the next couple of days. So we've got a lot of work to do. Remember, if you want the exclusive web store poster and 3 art cards, you need to order it from us directly. No other retailer will be carrying it.
And these are well worth having because once they're gone. You know, they're collectibles. So.
Yeah.
I've got the bun.
Good man.
That's what you think. We've sold out. We're just going to keep the money. No, not really. No, thank you for that. It's we were lucky because an American friend of mine just said, "Look, Jeff Lieberman's looking for a UK distributor. Are you interested?" And at that stage, in all honesty, I hadn't seen the film, so I thought, God, I'll watch this tonight. I hope I like it, and I did. I think it's a cracking film. And I said to Tom, I the more you watch it, the more you get out of it. It's a great blend of some horror, some humour, originality. So we're really looking at that. And at the moment, we're trying to just see if we can. Well, I mean, this is really fledgling stage, but we might see if we can get Jeff over at some stage for a showing in our locality, because that's one of the things we want to get into. You know, like the little commons, events, just fan driven, nothing massive, but just see if we can get a VIP and do a showing and a Q&A and things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, Jeff's been great. He's been really supportive, and he even messaged and said, "I love the art," which is great because you obviously want his seal of approval. You always worry about these things, but it's it's good. It's exciting. It's the packaging's different to Last Hunter. So where Last Hunter was bells and whistles, this we ummed and ahed about, but because it's a fairly modern film, contemporary film, it doesn't have sort of that vintage, and therefore the materials aren't there to warrant a 4 or 3 essay book. It would just be be creating content for the sake of it. So
that's not what we're about, is it?
It's not what we're about. We don't want to be sort of we don't want our releases to be decided by packaging. That's the wrong way around. We want
film.
The film. Although we do the packaging on Last Hunter is great, and we will look to see what we can do for other releases, but it's going to be title specific, I think, on what materials are available, etc. But it's Treasure Film 002, and we're looking forward to it.
and then Mausoleum next.
Who's told you that?
Could it be the Bobby the hint drops and the still photo hint drops? I don't know, really. To be fair,
that's Tom. That is. I haven't noticed those. Right, Tom, you spit. I
believe we're. Yes, I believe that's looking like release number 3. We've got an exciting package lined up for that one. I think it's fair to say at this point we're going to likely trump any other release that's come before it, because we're big fans of the film, and I'm sure you are as well.
Is possessed demon munching breasts.
Well, yeah, and to be honest, it's a film that I grew up with on video, and I think it's a film that a lot of people in this country grew up with on video because it had a very prominent release. Yeah, exactly. So we want to kind of play on that a little bit, and I think it's just a general kind of fan favourite in the horror circles, and we're really excited to see what kind of business that'll do, really, because The Last Hunter's got its fan base because of Italian cinema. It's such a vast market in itself, but horror's even more robust. And with these next 2 titles, we're really interested to see which different circles we might start attracting.
Well, I mean, I think Mausoleum will do so well for you because there's such a big love for the film over here. Because it was such, as I said, the breast munching possessed demon breasts, get breasts in there again, was I wasn't a teenage boy when I seen it. I was just, you were like, oh, look at that. It's all about stuff like that. It's like Night of the Demons with the lipstick. And
it does deliver. It delivers in everything you want from a good 80s horror film. It's not a masterpiece, but it's not meant to be. It's just a good thrill ride.
The John Gortner, who plays the husband, is always a good watch.
Yeah.
Dark, Earthquake. You know what I mean? He's good. He was a decent actor.
He's a fascinating fella, that's for sure. So, and we will be looking at him a little bit closer in the package. So.
Child's lay preacher or something like that, wasn't he? And
yeah,
what did he do with the snakes and all that kind of thing?
Well, there's a documentary from the early 70s called Marjo, and it was following him preach on the Bible Belt. All those big tents and whatnot. And he was very much a rock star kind of preacher. He absolutely loved it. But I think the documentary famously kind of caught him on camera saying how he just pretty much doesn't believe. He just uses that as a platform to perform, really, and get people's money out of it, which it's the American dream in action,
You know what I mean? It's been seen as religion and money and ripping people off is a big thing in the States.
Well, his segue into acting, it was almost like that was kind of like the plan from the get-go. He just wanted to make something of himself and perform. And when he moved into making films, it just seemed like the next natural progression for him. And Mausoleum happened to be one of those films. And I just remember when I watched it on video all those years back, I remember being more frightened by his curly locks than the monster.
Oh, but hey, there is some absolutely cracking and fantastic practical effects in Mausoleum as well. You know what I mean? It's just you think how good practical effects should be.
Yeah.
Cheap movie, but the effects still look great.
Oh, it's great. There's some great effects in it, and it's they range from genuinely quite haunting and atmospheric to really rubbery, and you got everything in there. I absolutely love it, and it's got all those gel lightings and whatnot, the greens and the reds, and it is like an EC comic book come to life,
Yeah.
It's just a bona fide video classic for us here, so we're really excited about it. Yeah.
I've got both releases. I've got the original with the red cover and all that. I've got the release that came after it, the cert.
That one.
Yeah, that's the one. I've got that one. The post cert.
I've had this since I was a kid, this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
For about 2 years.
Yeah. Got it last week. Got it from Dudley, actually.
Fireplace. And we told you about Dudley, Paul. We don't talk about him much, do we, Dudley?
No, we don't. No.
Where James Whale came from.
Yeah.
You mentioned Dudley.
Dudley? No Dudley. Well, the podcast we've done, we talk about Dudley, so...
I do know of Dudley, but I've never been to Dudley.
Oh, well, you're not missing much. I mean, for Collins no, we've got a castle, you know. Have you got a castle where you are, Carlisle? Hey?
Basically over the road from my house.
Oh, bollocks. Well, that failed it.
Damn it.
The new Carlisle Castle is literally over the road. I can see it from my house just about.
Oh, nice.
Well, as we've said before, Dudley had a very significant distribution outlet called Duran.
Yes.
And you've actually probably got some Duran releases on video, no doubt.
You must do.
Got quite a few.
Oh, there you go. No, that's Dudley. They were based in Dudley.
Yeah.
And Graeme used to go there as a nipper to go and pick the videos out to watch, didn't you?
Did, yeah, back in it would have been 80s.
Mm.
Yeah, it would have been the 80s. We used to. I can remember the old days, the old video nasty covers. You know, because Duran were great. They'd release a couple of nasties on their own label, but then they also licensed Disney stuff. So you know, they were. Oh, yeah, I mean, you could easily get them confused. The parents, not, you know, say, "Mum, Dad, I want to watch Herbie Goes Bananas," and you come home with Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust Goes Bananas.
Actually, I can't remember what titles Duran did. They did release.
Cannibal was one of them. Wasn't
Yeah,
it? Was Cannibal one of them?
I can't remember which nasties. I've got. Oh shit! I was just looking through my tapes, and one of them is a Duran, and I can't think which tape it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did people. I know they did, but
well, they used to have a big mural of Mickey Mouse painted outside their building.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you live in the locality and you're a film fan, you know Duran, certainly.
And it's just great that Graeme's Dudley, so he's kind of carrying the torch, so to speak, with Treasured Films now, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something to be proud of. But yeah, I mean, Dudley's a great town. We've got a castle which looks great at night, lit up, and inspired James Whale to write Frankenstein before Mary Shelley copied him. And
it's where I brought Mausoleum.
And all of that's complete bullshit. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear on this podcast.
Swear on my podcast. I have no censorship.
Good.
Brilliant.
Fucking brilliant. That's actually brilliant. Because
that's bloody.
That many cunts who have censorship.
No,
they're all cunts.
Yeah, I don't believe in it at all. It's just so I tell people, you can swear. You know what I mean? Just don't bare your ass to everybody, because then I will get censored, because nobody wants to see the black hole of Calcutta.
Oh. Well, actually, we keep getting sent some nice pics. Well, Tom does. They don't bother with me. I take offence. I must be too old. But yeah, we've met some interesting people, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah, this game, it's just getting stranger by the day, really. I mean, the film fan in us is kind of is constantly in disbelief at the twists and turns this game kind of takes us into, you know what I mean? But then you end up just start seeing it objectively as work, you know, and this is a task that's got to be done. So I think you just have to kind of make peace with the fact that, you know, you're operating in these circles that you used to show passion about and love so much, and still do, but now you've seen it in a different light because you're working with it.
Yeah,
and it's fascinating. It's fascinating, you know. It's not killing the magic per se, but it's just looking at it from a different perspective now, you know.
Know what you're saying.
And it grows ever more absurd, don't get me wrong.
Hey, it's got to be done, though. It's got to be done.
We're losing your audio, Paul. Can you hear you sometimes?
Yeah, it's kicking, it's cutting out now and again. So
you hear me now?
Yeah, it's that castle, mate. It's blocking your
signal.
It'll be the bloody internet in this house. Do you know that? It's absolutely atrocious.
Try paying for it 1 month.
Tethering the neighbour's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you have to get the missus off that bike. You can't keep generating it.
When Emily gets home, she's on it. Put a wheelchair and get it to
rev it up.
But it's all good. What was it like interviewing Charlie Higson then the other week? Last week?
Did we interview Charlie Higson? Who told you that?
Just, I've got the spies out. I do, keep abreast of the situation.
Yeah, it was great, actually. Charlie's been really good. We went down to London. It was a very hot day. Obviously, I've got my health problems at the moment, so I had to dose up on painkillers. And just because I wasn't going to miss this.
No.
So, but yeah, went down. Train was okay. Packed like sardines in the tube. No AC again. But we went there and he's very accommodating. He was very kind, and we went to his house and his family put up with us for an hour. And he gave a great interview. Nice guy. Oh. Really fortunate.
Consummate professional, he knew exactly what to do and what to say.
Exactly. So that box set of the Fast Show should be out before Christmas.
Looking forward.
And we're going to go for a nice dark cover that might be black. No, it's dark grey. Grey.
Not black.
Black.
I mean, it was surreal because this guy's had his fingers in so many different pies. I mean, he used to be in a band called the Higsons, and they were signed by the Two Tone label, And then he got into comedy, and then while he was getting into comedy, he was writing crime novels. And it's just so much Higson to go about. It's unreal, really. And then the Fast Show became such an iconic, legendary show that he was quoted at some point saying, I think they did that thinking they'll just do this before they go on to their big thing. And then he didn't realise that was their big thing,
But I didn't have the courage to tell him I've never seen an episode. But because I thanked him the next day and I sort of said, look, I'm sorry I didn't have the courage to tell you I've never seen an episode of the Fast Show. And he was charming. He emailed me back and said, I'll let you off about the Fast Show. Life's too short to see everything, which I thought was nice.
Yes, yeah. No, you were very gracious. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. So that's for King of the Ants.
Who saw that?
I don't know, is it?
All I did with that was when I'd seen you were interviewing him, I'm like, all right then, quick look, King of the Ants.
I mean, whatever gives you that idea, Paul?
I don't know.
Was it? It's not this autograph book, is it? That says.
You got his book signed.
King of the Ants. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the picture's not very good. But I was chuffed about that. So.
Yeah, it was quite an amazing day.
I'll go so far as to may have had some involvement by Stuart Gordon, but I'm saying no more.
So that's taken us up to Film Treasures 4.
Yeah, it has. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
It's a great film. We're looking.
Yeah, I seen it when it came out. I must admit, I enjoyed it.
I got it from the video shop in Rally Regis. And I remember it being like a sledgehammer to the brain, because Stuart Gordon always knew how to juggle black comedy with bits that really shocked you, And King of the Ants, it kind of had that, it still had that balance, but when it did shock you, it was even more overtly, wasn't it? So it stayed with me when I first watched that.
Great film, which deserves a bit more love, which it's obviously going to be getting in whenever you guys get round to releasing it.
It certainly is. It's the 20th anniversary of the film, so
Nice.
we couldn't believe that it hasn't had a release. Well, it's had a release in Germany, certainly on Blu-ray. Whether that's legit, I don't know. And it's had DVD releases, of course, but it hasn't had a Blu-ray release here or in the States. But the impression we're getting is that, we think it tended to be overlooked because people are a bit snobbish about non-Lovecraftian Gordon films. If it wasn't another Reanimator, then they didn't want to know, which is rather unfortunate. But it's a great film. It deserves more love.
And it's going to get some love for this one, believe us.
Excellent. I look forward to another one from you guys.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask, because we've had a conversation, Mutant, are you looking into it? Please say you are.
Unfortunately not. We did look, but we were the copy or the
the so-called master that we received.
Yeah. The one that we were given, we were advised not to touch with a barge pole because it'd be DNR'd to hell and it didn't look good. So it's a no for the moment.
We
but
cut it loose.
Who knows if anything turns up? We're always open, but no, we couldn't go ahead with that one.
That's gutted me because that's a film I thoroughly love and enjoy watching. I've got posters for it from every. I've got a teaser poster, one sheet, quad, sales posters, VHSs, DVDs, and the sequel. I enjoyed
Yeah,
Wings Hauser, man.
Yeah,
That's
legend.
Yeah, great film. That's a shame.
It's very atmospheric. It's a good film, but I don't know whether whoever did the master, they just, they got rid of all the grain and it didn't look good at all.
No.
So we were just told, don't go there.
It's a bit of a minefield out there when you deal with certain, and you receive. And, with us being quite new to the game, it's good that we've got people looking out for us to tell us these things because the last thing you want to do is upset the fans, really, and release something that they don't want, they're unhappy with.
Yeah, that's true.
So
very true.
It can be a minefield, really, because you learn to look out for things that you wouldn't have looked out for before,
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame Wynorski didn't know where the rights to Chopping Mall are.
Yeah, I love that film. If I could put that film out, I'd be really happy. But yeah,
he hasn't got who's got the rights to it?
Well, I mean, we tried to, talking about rights, we tried to get Blue Sunshine. Excuse me, but apparently Warners have got that indefinitely. And we tried emailing, tweeting, Facebook messaging several times. They just never get back to us. And we've been told that they probably never will.
Warners just keep them in the vault, don't they?
Yeah. But it's a shame. But as Tom says, we're new and we're finding out all these things. You encounter these frustrations. You find something's available at a reasonable price, but then the master's not good, or somebody's already put it out, and you think, well, if we'd have put that out, we'd have done this, that, and the other. But that's not being snobbish or saying we're better than anyone else. But it's just that we approach it from a collector and a fan's point. Everything we do is from the collector's perspective. Everything, it's not commercial. I mean, obviously you can't lose money, but we're not in this to get rich at all.
And there's not a cynical move happening.
No. But if we do, we won't complain.
No, exactly. But yeah, you've got to stay afloat. You've got to stay alive, haven't you?
You know, you've got to, you know, you work to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's live to work, it's work to live.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you guys, you know, you're pulling it off. I try and get at least one or two every month from yous, from the website.
Yes.
Well, you know, the collector in me it's like Christmas every time we get a delivery. Yeah. But obviously, I just get satisfied with being able to handle the product and then ship them off to happy buyers, you know. And I get, because obviously with the workload that piles up, especially with what else I've got on the go, you know, with the films and whatnot, I never get around to watching them anyway. So for me, the next best thing is seeing them all together when they come through the door.
Yeah. And
I'll just put one of those aside for me, and in the next minute, no, there's all your wages gone on just a pile of films.
Yeah. That's how it'd go otherwise.
Tom's film's coming out soon. I'm going to give a quick plug. Superstitions.
Oh, yeah, the pocket film of Superstitions.
Well, I was going to ask about Tom's films as well. I've got, if we've got time.
Yeah, ask away, yeah.
So, Tom, you've got a few bits coming out.
Yeah.
Full of Superstitions due then.
Well, we're premiering the pocket film of Superstitions in next month, July the 22nd, in Great Yarmouth of all places.
Nice.
I was given a kind offer by Celine Paxton Brooks, who's putting on the event. She's a horror hound, like the best of us. She's putting on an event celebrating 50 years of British horror. So on the bill, they've got Theatre of Blood and The Wicker Man. They've got special guests, Britt Eklund, Madeline Smith, and Graeme will be there. And Peter Fuller, who is part of the Vincent Price legacy, will be interviewing Madeline Smith about Theatre of Blood. And so they've squeezed me in the middle of all that with Pocket Film of Superstitions, which, you know, I guess it's the other end of that 50 years, you know, so it kind of ties up nicely. So fans of all these old films will get to see Caroline Munro back in action once again, and the likes of Lynn Lowry putting in these strange little turns, really, and hopefully it goes down a treat with them. Who knows?
Oh, excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing it when it gets released and it's out on disc.
There's many plans afoot. I've technically got to finish the film first, but
well, you know, yeah, I'm sure you'll fit it in somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm very confident and happy about things now. So
you just told me I hadn't started it yet.
No,
still got to film it.
It's in planning stages.
You know what I mean? They're still just getting everything sorted.
I came up with it on the toilet, just.
Yeah. You haven't cast Rupert or anybody yet.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully that goes down a tree. It's going to be a great event by the seaside. There are train strikes on that day, which is typical. But if you get yourself down there on the Friday or get yourself a National Express, you won't be missing out on the action there. So it's 50 years of classic British horror, and it's on at the now that's me testing myself now.
Some theatre.
It's on at the St George's Theatre.
What I said.
Is that what you said?
No.
The St George's Theatre, Great Yarmouth.
Excellent. So if you're in Great Yarmouth or thereabouts, get yourself down to the St George's Theatre on what date?
On 22nd of July. So next month.
Next month. And you'll see Theatre of Blood, The Wicker Man, and Tom's film...
The Pocket Film of Superstitions.
There you go.
Which I'm in, by the way.
Which Graeme has a cameo in, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So that's one other reason to see it.
Yeah, I give a fantastic performance of being asleep.
Because we want to get to play out our fantasies, you see.
On camera, so there we go. He's asleep on. And how's Video Shop Tales of Terror coming on?
That's really well. It's getting an official Blu-ray release.
So I bought
by Video. Yeah, so it's come back from the BBFC. They've given it an 18, and plans are afoot now to get the physical object kind of created now in the best possible way, and it's pre-selling really well. So get yourselves over to Video Dungeon and pre-order your copy because it's a rollicking good time.
Yeah, I've got mine. So I'm looking forward to getting that.
It's looking to be a really good package. Alex Churchard and Singlal, they're kind of spearheading the production of that, and they've been putting in a lot of work. So hats off to both of those guys because they're really good eggs in the game, and they're going to produce something beautiful that we've all contributed to. So hats off to them.
It's a good film. I enjoyed it. I tried to get it for Treasure Films, but I'll never really speak to them again now for this. You know, it's a good film, and if I'd have met Tom earlier, who knows? But I like Tom's work. One of the reasons why I took Tom on was that he can make good coffee. No, hang on, that wasn't. One of the reasons why I took Tom on was that
I make good tea.
You make good tea.
Yeah.
I forgot what to say. Bella, a film called Bella in the Witch Elm. What's the proper title? Is it?
Yes, Bella in the Witch Elm. Yeah.
Okay. And he did such a cracking job on that. I thought, well, I headhunted Tom, but don't tell him because he get a big head. But yeah, and. So, and he lives fairly local as well. He lives in Kidderminster.
You won't hold that against me.
We can't all be perfect. And but who knows? He's a good filmmaker and a wizard editing as well. And he makes good coffee.
Yeah. And that's exciting for me now as well because obviously now we're kind of the wheels are turning with Treasured Films. You know, it's a kind of case of making sure all the projects that we've got on the go are staying ahead of the game, you know, and that they're all ready to kind of roll out in the planned time frame that we've got, you know. So that's me editing away.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing them both. Obviously, when Pocketful of Superstitions, it's there in my head, but you confused us when you started getting it wrong earlier on, Graeme. So it's now buzzing around in my head, something different. But no, I'm looking forward to Pocketful.
Everybody calls it the pocket book of Superstitions, and I have to keep telling them it's a film, not a book. So it's obviously quite a nonsensical title, but that's the point. It's very silly, you know. There's a lot of Dardaish humour in it, but it makes me laugh every time people call it pocket book because it's a film. But it's a film you can put in your pocket, apparently. So yeah, I can see why they get the wrong end of the stick.
Have you got out else coming after these, then, Tom?
Yeah, I'm going to try and regain, get my life back on track, really, and spend more time with the wife because I've been helping a few filmmaker friends out with, acting and, generally just helping join some dots and whatnot. But this month has seen a few of us try and finish our projects all in the same time frame, and it hasn't really been that fair on my wife, so I'm going to kind of give it a rest for a little bit whilst getting Pocket Film out there and just breathe for a bit, really, and focus on the work that we've got to do here, because that's enough for me to get on with.
Yeah, and who knows, we might even at some stage do our own productions. Mm-hmm. We're thinking about this low-budget film about a meteor that comes to Earth, and it grows like it sort of spawns out, and it's like it's a deadly thing. We're just not trying to sure what to call it.
The squidge or
the spawn. It's deadly, and we think it's a great idea. We seem to be inspired somewhere. But
Yeah.
Just, we think we've been watching Little Shop of Horrors too much.
We're screening Little Shop of Horrors this weekend.
Yeah.
Brilliant. The Rick Moranis one or the Roger Corman?
Rick Moranis one, even.
And are you going to show the original ending?
No, I've just got the director's cut ending.
Is that the one where it goes big?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
What an ending that is. Why didn't they go with that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's the ending I'm showing, the director's cut. The one he wanted, and the studio wanted the nice ending.
But I tell you the truth, though, the nice ending was good as well, really, wasn't it? But that one, all the stop motion, bloody hell. Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to screening that this weekend. I'm going to probably put this out this weekend, if that's all right with you guys.
You're going to what, sorry?
Put the podcast out this weekend.
Oh, yeah, sure. Carry on.
Whatever works for you, mate.
As long as it's done by 5 p.m. today.
Video will go out next week because I'll put that onto the YouTube channel and probably might upload it onto Facebook as well.
Okay.
My first video I put out.
Yeah, nice one. That'd be good, Paul. Excellent.
So it'll be nice. But no, as always, I think we've covered everything. I don't want to keep you guys back from your busyness.
Thank you. That's nice.
Well, we've got some really good titles to get on the shop today, so
yeah.
Keep your eyes out.
Before our competitors up north.
I was gutted yesterday when you put it. I was waiting to get paid. Thought I'll get the Comic Strip Presents with the slip. And you'd have sold.
They didn't last long.
One of those to one side.
We've got regular ones in, but those slipcase ones didn't last long at all. But we've got a lot of Vinegar Syndrome going on today.
Yeah.
Nice. That new Severin release looks good. The Last House movie.
Oh my goodness! I want that because of that Maniac 2 slip they're giving it.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
And it's a web store exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah. But you never know.
Yeah, well, that's true, because I definitely want one of those. Like,
stranger things have happened in the Film Treasures office.
Well,
certainly.
This is it. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys.
Thanks, Paul. I wish I could say the same. No, sorry, mate. Carry on. No.
You can tell me about our coffee today, can't you?
And maybe other things. But, no, we haven't really. No, cheers, Paul. In all seriousness, really appreciate the support, mate, and I wish you all the best. Stay in touch.
Yeah, it never goes unnoticed, mate. Thanks ever so much.
Yeah, your stuff as much as I can, and push it.
Appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
Push things. I noticed there's a lot of the film treasure stuff gets shared from my page now and again. If it's certain films, obviously what it is, or soundtracks. I noticed the Demons one had been shared as well, and so just accounts to
absolutely. Thank
you.
That's
all you can do,
Absolutely, mate.
But thank you very much for this, and
mate, have a great weekend. At your film night.
Yeah.
And yous as well, guys. Thank you very much. This has been the Carlisle Cult Cinema Club. That's been Graeme. That's been Tom, and we've had a wonderful time.
No, we haven't. Right. Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Back in.
That's recording. Finish your swines. Thank you very much.
All right, Paul. Thanks, mate. You take care.